I love him.
And I hate him.
Get him.
If you want to be a part of the live recordings of these shows, why don't you go ahead and pop over to the link on the screen every Wednesday at 7 p.m. You can read it if you're an audio listener. You need to go to twitch.com/Nicholas James Emmizzie. You got something to say?
To be a part of this, not just a listener.
To be a part of it and not just listening, because you want to be proactive, don't you?
We
Yes.
react to the chat and everything during.
And you won't know unless you come to twitch.com/Nicholas James Emmizzie. Okay, bye. Enjoy the show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Nicholas. That's Edmon. And we're just a couple of mans with hands, and we're here to talk crap. See how easy it was to just start over?
Okay, now you got to start from 7:05 now.
7:05. I'm going to swear it's 7:10. Ooh.
What's 7:10?
It is a time at which 5 minutes is added to 7:05. It's like, you know, when you say like 2010, but like you say 2009. Oh, that didn't prove my point.
Sure did.
That just did the opposite. Oh, no. Oh.
Starting off strong, guys.
Oh, no.
Gals and gays and gals.
And they, thems,
And
I guess.
they, thems, and whomever else is watching this right now. I almost swore.
Yeah,
Are my hands dry?
I'm trying to figure... I don't.
No. That's scat.
What happened?
Yeah.
Mm.
I did this. That's not.
There was no fisting involved. That is just what
crazy.
that just looked like.
That's so crazy.
But in the same vein, I mean, we were doing it. Welcome to the show, everybody. So we were doing it.
Okay.
And we used coconut oil, but it was down to the end of the jar. And Edmon has a relatively wide set of hands.
So I went in there to try to grab some, and I cut my finger.
And he shoved his hand into the coconut oil jar so hard he cut himself.
On this hand, and then right here, the little right here, and it was one over here. It was a cut right here too, because I figured I'd switch hands because this one started to hurt, and I didn't know why because it was dark. So yeah, man, war wounds from the
War wounds.
war wounds, man.
It's a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Every time. My hair's so oily, I can see it in the thing. It's like I'm basically wearing a blanket. There's no volume. It's just straight oil.
When last time you washed your hair?
Monday last week.
Okay.
I try to do like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't get around to it because when I do it, I need a good 3-hour period. I was supposed to do it today, but I woke up at 11:30 because I didn't set my alarm.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep watching Fortnite live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm here with this.
Very riveting story.
What time is it? 7:07.
Not time. Maybe I should get my jokes in now because you can't really like clap back yet.
No, I can't say anything, but how's that? Did that tell you everything you needed?
Mm-hmm. And that's called a loophole, guys. How are you today?
Good. I think I thought of it and now I forgot how I was. Oh, but it's good. Why am I good? What happened?
You got to
that
answer
I'm
that question for me.
Good. I just thought of it. What did it? What do you think it had to do with?
I couldn't even halfway try to.
I
Because you have so many things going on a lot. Like, did you get a new
I have
K-pop
a lot
song?
going on. No.
Let's figure this out.
It wasn't it.
It wasn't song related.
It wasn't song related.
Was it workout related?
No.
Was it visa related? Was it money related?
I feel like it was visa related.
It was visa related.
But like maybe it wasn't.
Did you get an update on?
No.
You making that face where like whenever you try to think of something, but you know it's gone, but you still try.
It's so gone. It's just gone.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What was it?
I can't help you.
I swear it was good. I was like, oh my God, like something good I have to talk
But
about.
we're going to move on because we can't stay here.
Okay. I almost swore. Are we there yet? No.
No, you still got a minute. Let's do 2 minutes just to be safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, how are you? Hopefully I'll think of it. And if not, I'll double back and make a new one.
I'm going to try to say some words that might like spark with it.
Okay.
I'm good, Visa. I feel great, money, and workout, fun, good, great, day, workout, Visa.
No.
Money, immigration
No.
bank.
I can't believe it. I was thinking about it so hard too. I was like, God, I just can't wait to talk about this.
All right, well, let's go on now.
I remember.
What is it?
Are we there yet? No. Okay, mine requires me to swear.
Oh my God.
Mine requires me to swear.
I'm doing great. I'm gonna just fill up some time.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. I was at work and I'm here. I got coffee. It's apple crisp flavored. Very good. Okay, there you go. There you go.
I'm literally better than you fucking bitches.
Okay.
I talked about this on Twitch. You want to know how good I am? I'm so good because I'm superior to you bitches. Like, you bitches really think you're that I'm that
Can you
bitch.
explain why you're better than these bitches?
Because the things that I've been able to overcome,
Okay.
because you know why?
Why?
Because I manifest.
Okay.
And I manifested this. I was able to overcome a dairy allergy.
Oh my Jesus.
I'm serious. I'm not like lactose, like you weak stomach bitches who literally like, oh, I can't have some dairy because I get the shits. Like, grow the fuck up. Mine was like, close your throat, pass away, go to the hospital, die. I can just spontaneously have cheese and milk and all dairy things. I can just spontaneously have, and I have no problem.
That's true. You did have cheese on your burrito.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day I have cheese in my burrito now. I cook with buttermilk, butter. Okay.
You do.
I had that carton of ice cream on accident. That's how we found out, by the way.
True.
I literally, this started 2 years ago. So after that 2 year period, it was like 2, right? Probably a year and a half.
2. I think it was 2.
Feels, oh yeah, because I'd been here for a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 years ago.
Long story short, are you about to tell a story? Or
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought
You want me to wrap it up?
No, I thought you was
Podcast is over,
I thought
guys.
you was about to. Thank you for watching them.
So I didn't live here, right? So Edmon would randomly buy food and stuff, and then he would like leave it in my fridge at my old house for when he'd come back. But he just took so long, so I started eating his things. And so there was ice cream in the freezer, and he always would get dairy-free ice cream. You just would.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. I would put it in my smoothies to get rid of it. Okay? This is after like are they ripping me apart in this chat right now?
Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
I feel like the live chat is going ham right now. So I would drink it, whatever, and I was completely fine. I hadn't had dairy except for like on accident if a barista would put it in my coffee, or like Edmon would get me lactose-free cheese instead of dairy-free cheese, and now I'm going to the hospital. It's a whole thing. But then randomly I was just like, fine. And I was like, what the fuck? I just like overcame this literal allergy that would like almost put me in a hospital. Crazy. And so yeah, now I just have dairy all the time and I'm literally fine. I'm not even lactose, nothing. I can just like have it. So that's how I am. I'm literally so amazing. I'm amazing. It's not how am I feeling? I am amazing, and I'm better than you bitches who literally like have a cup of milk and a milkshake, and then you fucking need to start shitting everywhere and grabbing the edges of the toilet in the tub so that you don't fucking fly away because you fucking have that crazy diarrhea, you weak stomach bitches. All right, so what did they say in the chat?
So much. One of which, are we sure? Whoa, let me try this all over again because I can't read.
Ad read. This is sponsored by Grammarly.
Literally, are we sure it was a? Are we sure, or was it a psycho? Hold on, girl. This is rough for me.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah, are we sure it was a psychosomatic reaction because you did not like it?
No, because I only didn't like cheese. That was the only dairy thing as a kid I didn't like. I just didn't like cheese. I still really don't like it. The texture's fucking weird. I literally prefer dairy-free cheese because it doesn't melt, and when you bite into it, it breaks. I thought I was gonna choke and die eating fucking cheese the other day. No, I don't think it was psychosomatic because literally I would accidentally have dairy and go to die. Not cheese. I never liked cheese, but let me tell you, I like chocolate fucking milk as a kid.
You did.
I love chocolate milk now, but dairy free. But yeah,
What's psychosomatic?
you like make it up. Like you experience symptoms because you're like you like, I don't like cheese. Oh, I'm allergic to cheese. I can't have it. You know what I mean? And so now I'm convincing myself. So I'm developing like,
So then your body tells you that you're.
yeah.
Oh, is that like what
But no, because by the way, I fucking did the same thing with peanut butter. Okay, I was allergic to peanut butter as a kid.
when were you
When I was a kid, yeah.
Oh my god, for
Yeah,
real?
I even had that note in my planner and on my lunch bag that was like, if anybody has peanuts around me, I can't like be in the same room.
No way. All you do is eat.
Peanut butter every day,
butter.
all day.
Yeah,
I just got really hot all of a sudden. I think I'm having a heat flash. This is 33.
that's all that dairy you've been eating.
Mhm.
Yeah. Welcome to America.
Yeah, no, I was allergic to peanut butter as a kid, and then
Oh my god.
I like literally turned like 10 or something, and all of a sudden I was like,
Chicken.
I ate someone's peanut butter thing on purpose.
Mhm.
I was sick of not having peanut butter, right? And I just would smell it all the time, but I never had it. So I was just like, whatever. And if I would have it, then I would get anaphylactic shock. So no, I was literally in like grade 2 or 3, and I got in so much trouble. They sent me home because I took a kid's, you know, those little things, and it's like the front is like the peanut butter and there's the sticks and you dip them in, and I just ate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my parents were like, wait, you didn't have a reaction? I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to do allergy testing, and I just wasn't allergic anymore. Again, another reason I'm just better than you bitches. I'm able to overcome what?
Can I just say the reason why I know that story wasn't a lie is because your impatience
we could call my
is
mother.
clearly your impatience and your whatever the word is has clearly followed you your entire life.
No, it has.
You're just like I'm
done
tired
not
of
having
being,
that.
I'm tired of not being able to have peanut butter. I'm gonna have peanut butter.
Yes.
Regardless
Fuck the
of what.
repercussions. Yeah, we could call my mom today, and she would literally be like, yes, I don't know how it
Probably
happened.
because he's so goddamn dramatic.
It's true. It's true.
Kids grow out of allergies all the time. You're not special, but go on.
No, and so I grew out of that allergy and developed the dairy one, and now I'm over the dairy one.
So what's gonna be the next?
Do you
one?
remember when I was allergic to avocados for like a few years? And then all of a sudden
Oh
I
my
started...
god, yeah,
And
you
he...
stopped.
Yes,
Okay,
he can
that is
acknowledge
true.
this.
That's true.
Because that's the first one you've been around for. Well, you've been around for dairy, but that's...
Yeah.
But avocados, you'd see like my lips
lips
would
would
swell,
swell,
my
yeah.
mouth would become so itchy, I'd get canker sores like crazy, and now I can just
you had to get
spontaneously.
that special like mouthwash for
Yes,
the canker sores.
I literally had to go to the
Oh
doctor
my
and get
God,
medicated
yeah.
mouthwashes.
What the your body is weird.
There's a lot going on.
A lot, actually.
There's a lot going on.
A whole lot.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
isn't that weird?
Very weird.
Yep. So how are you? Because obviously not better than me.
Not better than you. That's how I no, I said how I was. I was good. I'm fine.
Oh, you're just
I was
good.
kicking it, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing great happened.
No, it's just another day. Went to
Yeah.
work, came home.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go see my parents before I came back over here to pick up the mail and just to see them because I ain't seen them in a minute.
Right.
They told me this crazy story about one of my uncles.
Oh my god.
Um,
Are you gonna say it?
Well, they don't know who he is.
Yeah, true.
One of my uncles.
Please, everybody, brace yourself.
He used to back in the day. He used to deal in
Wait, can I preface with something first?
What?
I feel like we say things all the time and we allude to like violence, and people are like, you shouldn't be blah blah blah, and we're always like, if you only knew how we grew up. This is going to be context for that, just so you know.
My uncle used to be a street pharmacist back in the day. And so he's used to working in that sort of like office environment. Yeah. And certain actions that take place in that environment.
Workplace morale and stuff.
But that was over 30 years ago. And so now he's a regular human being with a regular human being job.
After he was transferred to another place of work.
Vacation.
Long
20-year vacation.
In one of those strict uniform jobs.
One of
you know
those
what I'm
resorts.
talking about? Resorts.
With the nice little suits and stuff.
Small villa.
Small. Tiny.
Small room.
Un poquito.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was at work and he was sweeping up the floor, whatever it is, and some little boy kept throwing stuff on the ground as he was sweeping stuff. And so he kept telling the boy stop throwing stuff on the ground and sweep boy that he was sweeping up, and the boy kept doing it. Long story short, my uncle put out a box cutter on this boy at work and said, if you put something else on the ground when I sweep it, I'm gonna cut you.
Ooh.
To which my mother told him, nigga, you aren't outside no more.
Can't do that.
Luckily, he didn't lose his job. Crazy, he didn't lose his job.
Crazy he wasn't arrested?
Or that.
I can't wait to ask him this weekend.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm going to be like, hey,
So-
I almost said his name.
yeah.
Hey,
Careful.
individual. So what exactly happened at work? Or no, you know what? He's going to do something to do what I did to your little cousin after she beat that kid up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like, he's going to do something, be like, whoa, don't pull out a box cutter on me now. Okay, don't get crazy.
Hey, don't slice me up.
Whoa, I don't want to get sliced up.
Ooh.
Don't drop anything on the ground around him.
So
Yeah.
that's how I grew up. We're gonna get into these topics though.
Oh my God. Thank you
Yeah.
for resub. Oh, gifting. Holly, thank you for gifting a sub. I love you. I love you. I love you. To Marcel, thank you. Oh wait, no, I have a topic first, and it rolls over from one of last week's topics.
Okay.
Do you remember when I said Edmon is a Lotto fan and he's just now obsessed with Lotto?
That's not. Go ahead.
Do you remember? Do you
Go
remember
ahead,
that? You remember
go ahead,
that?
go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead.
How he didn't like Lotto, and then all of a sudden he is like Lotto's biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
1 week later, Edmon was talking all types of shit on these waffles in the freezer, how disgusting they were, how he hates them. And you know this is true because this just happened. Edmon was talking. Look at his face. Oh, I'm speaking. Oh. He talked all this shit about these waffles, how much he fucking hated them. They're gross. They're disgusting. He actually even said they were disgusting literally today. Okay? He eats the fucking waffle maybe 30 minutes ago, and he goes, and we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to have this discussion.
Which we agreed upon. We agreed. We had a mutual agreement that we were not going to discuss the fact that I had these waffles and they satiated me because I was hungry.
I never said I was never going to speak.
We agreed upon
When
this as a couple.
When did I verbally agree?
Once we joined together in unity under God.
No. So stay tuned for next week for the next thing he talks shit on but spontaneously loves. Like, you probably are literally going to get that, like, you know how you can get those like Mickey Mouse waffle makers and it makes your waffles into Mickey Mouse? They're going to be Lotto, but waffles. That's your new thing because you're such a fan.
You really think you're funny, eh?
You're such a fan.
Like, you think you're funny.
You
That's the
think-
crazy part.
You
about
think
it.
I'm kidding? You're such a fan. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan.
That's a different fan.
No, don't do the first one.
You know?
Should we start with that? I just
don't
thought I
know.
should tell the story.
Oh, you want to just okay? We can start somewhere else. Where do you want to start with? This is all stuff. All this is mostly yo stuff. I
Yeah.
just got like
Honestly, we can start with it. There's nothing leading into it. It's not like
there's no way to transition to that story.
I circumcised someone. Transition. I did. I just honestly thought it would be damn. And you know what? He follows me. Still likes my stuff. So when I post this as a clip, he's gonna, hey, I don't think anybody knows who you are. Don't worry.
I don't think I know the story.
I think I told you before. I think maybe.
Well, tell it again. You have to tell them. I'm
So-
gonna see if I've heard this before.
I circumcised someone.
Mm-hmm.
He was uncircumcised. And
Really?
You don't say. Yes. And we were doing it as two consenting male adults do.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely no diddy because we both consented. And I think it was like one of those times where like we didn't use lube. It was like spit, right? Which that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, baby gays, don't believe the hype. Don't spit on it and think that's
Do
enough.
not spit and sit.
If you spit and you sit and that's enough, that means that you have something going on in your mouth that's not good.
Because that's a lot of saliva and also flu season. Get
and why
that out
is
of
it
there.
slimy enough to stay wet?
Oh, true.
Like what's going on in your mouth that's something
or
like that,
what's going on in that hole that it stays wet?
that it stays wet?
You need to see a doctor. Anyway.
You made them stand up and bend over without wiping.
So, that's crazy, yeah. So spit and sit. The friction was too much, right? My hole was too tight. And it was. Because all of a sudden he stops and he like yelps in pain. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's not my usual reaction I get. Like scream in pain. He runs to the bathroom, okay? He's gone for so long, like so long. I go to check on him. There's like bloody Kleenex everywhere, or toilet paper everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? and he's like my foreskin ripped, right? And I'm like, what? He's like my foreskin ripped, like it ripped. Like he had one of those ones where like the foreskin came like half over the head, and it was like, yeah. And then it healed and whatever. Like we obviously didn't have sex or touch or anything down there for a very long time because
a very long time.
You know, he said it was at the time it was the most painful thing that ever happened, right? I imagine, because as it like gets, you know,
then it stretches back out
as it's
then
like
rips.
scabbing
It's
and
just
whatever. No, I can't even imagine. Honestly, people think circumcision is mutilation, but grateful to have experienced that as a baby because
you mutilated the fuck out of that thing.
yes, I circumcised him.
Is that like an assault charge? Like what is that?
Listen, if that's the assault
I mean,
charge,
statute of limitation. Nah, it's
we don't
can't
have
do
that in
nothing about
Canada.
it, but
We don't have that in Canada. Remember?
they don't have statutes of limitations.
No.
Oh.
No. And again, I've done worse. Okay, that's the assault charge I get. That's the best assault charge I could get. But yeah, I just felt like I've never told that story on here, probably or ever, because like we still follow each other, and I feel bad.
Was this like wiener big?
It was like normal, like average. It wasn't little at all. It was just average.
I'm trying to figure. I mean, because I've had intercourse with
Okay,
men
no, but
before.
I also was like, I was super young. Like I
Okay.
wasn't like.
But what I'm saying is, like, I've had intercourse with men before, and we just didn't use lube before. But and like it's like there's a lot of friction and like tightness, but like the amount of like tight and grip it would have to have.
No,
in
it was.
order to
That's what I'm
pull it.
saying. It's one of those ones where the foreskin doesn't come over. It's over the head. It doesn't come back a lot. Like it was a tight one. Like, you know how this is crazy conversation. You know how like an uncircumcised ween, when you can pull the skin back.
Right.
Yeah, no.
His was halfway up.
Up the head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So half the head was poking out, half of it wasn't.
Yes. There was
Okay.
no pulling it down
Okay.
to expose the head.
I'm so confused.
When you are with someone uncircumcised, you can pull their skin down and expose the head of their wiener.
Okay.
He couldn't. That's how tight the skin was up there. So when the friction happened, it pulled it all down and ripped the skin. It was attached at the top.
Oh, it was attached to the head at the top.
No, like you know where the little mushroom from Mario Kart. You know how the skin, like where it like comes to the little like heart shape, the tip. Yeah, that's where the skin was attached, and it ripped off of that.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck. Whoa.
It wasn't just like there was like some loose skin and then it ripped down. The skin at the top ripped off.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh shit, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Isn't that insane?
Oh. That makes it horrible.
Yes. No, it was like literally horrible.
That's like somebody just taking your skin and just like
Ripping it off.
shredding it off. Oh, it probably tore. Oh,
It did. No, wait. It did. Isn't that insane?
Somebody said that means something wasn't right. You probably helped him. Yeah, something wasn't right there for that to be like that. I mean, I guess that's how his shit was made.
Well, he definitely doesn't watch this.
Because I thought
and we
that
won't clip this part because he won't see this. It was always a little smelly because it probably couldn't, like, the skin couldn't come down to, like, clean it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
His shit was attached weird as hell. Because I know with most uncircumcised people, like you pull it, like you said, you pull it
Yeah.
back. But if his shit was attached at the head, he had a weird wiener.
Yeah. Crazy, eh? My bad.
Well, Jesus.
It's okay. It's been like 13 years.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. People could find out now.
I mean, what are you going to do?
But yeah. No. I just feel bad because we don't have a bad relationship.
Well, you did it that day.
Yeah, my bad.
So how was that, like, days after? Like, did you call and check on him? Did
No.
you, like, ice his wiener? Did you just,
No,
like...
because I
said
can't. I guess I
no.
can't say because he didn't live here. Right.
Okay.
So
Like,
I didn't see him like for extended periods of time.
oh, he didn't
I
live
was
in Canada.
no. He did when we started dating, but then he moved.
Oh, but he moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like a visitation thing,
But like, you didn't see him Oh, he was like there for that day, and then he left.
like
the next
weekend
day?
type thing. He would come.
You ain't check on him on the weekend. And he was
I
there?
don't remember. It was like 13 years ago. I just remember it happening.
I think I could remember if I ripped somebody's dick off, and then the next 2 days after. I can remember the week after.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, I'll be careful next time since you're ripping niggas' dicks off. Cardi B and Offset are getting a divorce.
That's not even what this is about.
Finally.
It's not even what this is about. He tried to expose her for cheating, which
Okay.
is
Anyway.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, tell everybody how you fucked another guy while you were pregnant with my baby. Do you know what she tweets? And did. And I think he thought that was going to be like a serve.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell him how disgusting you are. You cheated on me. Boy, shut the fuck up, okay? After you publicly cheated on her how many times? That's such a man thing.
With people that she don't like her ops.
Like, that's such
I hate the word. I don't know. Hate that I just said that.
Op.
Her enemies, her
Yeah.
people that she don't like. Let me do that
Nemesis.
instead, because ops is so fucking like
literally
2015.
insane that
Like
you
kids say
thought.
ops. I don't even know why I said ops.
My op.
Ugh.
Yeah. But, like, how fucking dumb. Offset, please give me what's his real name?
It's something. It's something probably. It's something to the same caliber of like Future's name. Like Future is like Nevadius. Hey, ask it.
Alexa,
I was about to say ask Siri.
what is Offset's real name?
Offset's birth name is Chiari Kendall Cephas, and he was born on December
Chiari.
14th,
That's such a cute
1991.
name.
What is his first name?
Kiari.
That's what it said?
Yeah.
I didn't
It's so
hear that.
cool. I like that name.
Yeah, well, Kiari, you're a clown.
I don't believe that she did that.
No, no, she said she did. She publicly has now done lives and said, I did. I cheated. Of course I did.
No, she cheated for sure. But I'm saying I don't think she did. She fucked somebody while she was pregnant.
Do you know that you're like absolutely allowed to have sex while you're pregnant? You know that, right? Okay. Why wouldn't she?
I don't know. I just don't. That's bold. I don't think she would have did that.
Oh, she fully said she did that.
Well, whatever.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Anyway, so that leads into my whole point is people think she's wrong for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so weird that people...
Well, I feel like a lot of them is probably people who just be like, there's like levels of like cheating to certain people. It's like, especially when it comes to like men, it's just like if you do my girlfriend, that's bad, but that's not as bad as if you did my wife. But that's not as bad as if you did my wife while she's pregnant with my child.
But you can cheat on me when I'm having your child, though.
But that's not what he's thinking about. He's
like,
thinking,
yeah, he's not thinking because he's a fucking idiot.
He's thinking she's pregnant with my child and she had another man inside of her while my child is inside of her. And so other people are seeing the other fuck nigga. You got to think about the fact that the people who are upset at her are the people who are on his side, which are the people who probably like Drake, and the people who just don't like, those are the men who don't really got a lot clicking up there. And so they can't see the whole scope of this shit, you feel me? So in their mind, they thinking that's fucked up what she did. She should have never did that. She should have never cheated on him, especially while he blah. And then I even gonna think about the fact that he cheated on her 1,000 goddamn times.
This is bad to say. They took the wrong Migos. Because
that's crazy.
Everything Offset has ever done online and posted and said and whatever he did is clown behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think you're the biggest fuck. I mean, I'm sitting on my couch if it gives a fuck. But just as a human being, I think you're like the biggest clown. Because all you've done is dog this woman out publicly, make her look like so embarrassing. And then she finally is like, I'm leaving you. And now you're like, I'm going to expose everything about you. Like, you've done enough to embarrass her and expose her.
I think he said some shit too about like, I got some babies with you, so I'm the one that won, or some shit like that when she was talking about him on a live or some shit like that, which is really weird. But like a lot of people do that.
It's definitely
like
little
men
bitch
and
behavior.
women both. But like that shit is weird. I think that's like manipulative, honestly.
Oh, of course he is.
Like when niggas be getting these girls pregnant just to keep them around type shit. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I just hope that well, obviously she never goes back to him. And 2, I love that she's so wealthy that it's like she's not like she's with him for money.
No.
Like, you know what I mean?
No.
So I hope she does what Chloe did and is like, well, I'm actually just going to raise this baby because it's mine. And I don't need your money. And I actually don't need child support. I don't need anything from you.
And also, haven't they been separated for like a while
Yeah,
now?
but I think they were like, they were separated and she got pregnant. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but like,
So like they were still together intimately.
but we not. I guess whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I think he's a
whatever,
fucking
but
clown. I don't give a
little
fuck.
dick energy.
Yeah, little dick energy for sure.
No, it's just weird. I don't like when niggas do shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's weirdo behavior. I mean, it's Twitter, but on Twitter where people are literally posting how disgusting she is for cheating on him while she was pregnant. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, if you cheat on someone once and they cheat back, that's not cheating. I don't think what she did is cheating.
He also cheated on her 100 times.
It's an open relationship now. The second you cheat, it's an open relationship. Oh, 100% I believe
stays,
that.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. The second you cheat and she takes you back, it is now an open relationship. You do not get to get mad. I don't care if she says, oh, I forgive you. You don't get to be mad if she does the same thing you did. You don't.
I'm just glad they broke up. They should have broke up the first time.
Yeah, but honestly, I think there was a big like
I mean, I
hold
get
because they
why.
were together forever.
They were together forever, and she's like super Dominican, and she's Catholic as fuck. You know, like a lot of those religious people, when you get to talking to your elders, shit, they're like, work it out with the family, keep family together. Woo, woo, woo. So she probably had a lot of that going on in her head too.
Well, I think, and just fame, like maybe being like, well, I can't have someone else.
Who am I gonna find?
Like, you know,
that's Cardi B, right?
I think there's
like,
a lot in that would make sense as to why she stays. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, obviously, everybody, including myself, can say all day, I think Beyonce's dumb for staying with Jay-Z. But like, imagine being at that magnitude and you feel like I have this life. We have so many businesses, so many things together. Like, a lot of times, maybe it is harder to separate than it is to stay together. So,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to keep her,
yeah.
from what the old heads say.
Yeah.
But they also had 50 families, so you can't really listen to them. You said Ellen is back. What do you,
Bro,
like
Ellen
like
DeGeneres is back.
on her show?
No, that's dumb.
Okay.
She did a Netflix special. Didn't apologize for anything. All she did was make her
I forgot
special.
what she did.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to go through.
Okay.
All she did on her Netflix special, before I tell you everything she did, was say, everybody says I'm a mean girl, so I guess I'm a mean girl. Okay, that's what her thing was. A mean girl in Hollywood. When the men do it, it's this, but when I do it, I'm a mean girl. Okay. Sexual misconduct in the workplace. Okay, that was one. The abusive workplace behavior. Okay, so when multiple employees come out in different, what do you call that? Like, you do this over here, like you're a this, you're a this, you're a this, different. Someone's a manager, someone's a this, someone's a this.
Positions.
Yeah, different positions. When people in different positions who don't like really come together all have the same story about you, generally I don't think they're just making it up. Okay?
I hate that, Nick. Just sidebar. I hate when people that like get under fire, like big celebrities and shit, or like people generally when they go under fire, they say that like everybody just thinks on me. Everybody just thinks on this and that. Like, bro, everybody, like, if multiple people are saying the same thing about you,
Like,
there's no way that they just making that up. Like, nobody just comes together as a collective and just go, you know what we gonna do today?
take down Ellen.
Hold on. We definitely not gonna do this on the Ellen DeGeneres show, one of the most syndicated shows at the time. You think that these people just gonna come together, band together as a whole, like, group of coworkers and go, hey, let's take down the motherfucker that's paying our bills
And risk being blackballed from
and
the industry.
risk being blackballed from working on any show ever again when it's already hard enough to get to where the fuck we at now. Let's just say fuck it.
Because
It
we
just
saw that
ruined
happen.
everything.
That happened with Nickelodeon when people came out against Dan Schneider, and then they all of a sudden couldn't ever get jobs in that like genre again.
And it's just they just being me. They just trying to take me down. Like, no, nigga, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
Like,
and then when the workplace thing is like, okay, so all those people come out, there's about all the different kind of misconduct, whatever. Okay. But when so many of your guests, celebrity guests, come out to be like, she was awful. Like, what? Nikki Tutorials, in what world is she waking up going, you know what? I'm going to take down Ellen today. No. As a trans woman, you treated her like shit on your show.
and what does she benefit from saying this about you?
Nothing, right? Like, when funny, Trisha Paytas was on Ellen, and they told Trisha, do not look in her eyes. She got like a list of things like that you're not allowed to do. Oh, don't touch her. Don't look in her eyes. You see on the clip, she like touches her shoulder and she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Because like you're literally told these things. All these guests, okay? Mariah Carey, she came out when she was pregnant, and Ellen was like, well, are you pregnant? And she's like, no. And she goes, well, then drink this wine. Right? Mariah was like not ready to talk about it, so she was like so uncomfortable the whole time. Had a miscarriage right after. No one would have known, but now everybody knew because of that thing. Like all these things come out. When all these people come out and say you're a horrible person, and none of these people are actually like connected, they didn't meet up and tell a story. So that's, you come back with a fucking Netflix special about being a mean girl, but when Men in Hollywood do it, it's okay. No. When Men in Hollywood rape people, it's not okay. Not that she did that, sorry. But like sexual misconduct. When there's sexual misconduct in the workplace.
When they're mean.
When they're abusive and mean.
It's bad.
It's bad. And when those stories get told, people are like, oh yeah, they're a shitty person. So the same thing's happening to you, babe. You're not special because you're a lesbian. Like, I know that you... And she uses that crutch all the time. She's like, I got fired from my show because I'm a lesbian. Yes, that was horrible. Like, she used to have a show, like a TV show before the Ellen DeGeneres show.
But that was in the fucking 90s, girl.
Yes.
This is the 2020s where everybody is a they, them. We've surpassed being gay and lesbian now. We
Okay.
fucking everything.
Gay and lesbian is boring.
But gay, that's the easy
Please,
shit.
no one's worried about you.
They're Republicans now.
Okay?
Nobody gives a fuck about being a lesbian.
They're fucking in the office, in the fucking Oval Office. They don't give a fuck.
Come on now, making OnlyFans clips and shit
Please.
like that. Nobody give a fuck about you being a fucking lesbian.
They're
no
worried
more.
about trans people and they, them.
You keep bringing that shit up like that shit means something. Girl, that happened to you in the 90s back in the day, and you still got a fucking show after that anyway, so who fucking cares?
And yes, of course, you had to like fight diversities and all these different adversities and all these things.
Sure.
But like
Those
that
things don't
doesn't mean that
exist
you're a
anymore.
shitty boss. Like what?
Doesn't take away from the fact that you're a shitty boss.
Yeah, like just because bad things happen to you doesn't mean you get to be a shitty person.
And that's why I hate people who do like the shit like that from marginalized community. That's what irritates me the most about like this Diddy shit. It's like motherfuckers like, you trying to take this black man, blah, blah. Like, bro, you can be black
Yeah.
and a shitty person. You can be a lesbian and a shitty person. You can be whatever the fuck intersectionality, every identity you can think of, and still fucking suck. That's why niggas was mad at Lizzo.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that's a concept? You think it's just because you're a lesbian, you can just get away with whatever you want to? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So she just like hard launched her I'm coming back.
And I'm
And-
sure she will come back because everybody likes her.
But it's like, aren't you like 80 and like you have so much money? Like, why do you need to come back?
Some people like the business
Because it's a
man.
power thing, probably.
I mean, that's what most of that shit boils down to. Where a lot of these motherfuckers will just get the fuck on. It's like, why would I leave when I could just stay here? You know? It's like off of Paid in Full. If I leave, niggas looking at me like I'm one of these ball playing ass niggas. If I leave, you think the fans still gonna clap for me? It's that type of shit.
So weird. So weird.
Very weird. Kim Richards is in a psych hold after a confrontation with Kyle Richards.
Yeah. So this is really sad.
Yeah,
And
what the
I
fuck happened?
honestly
I ain't hear about this.
I pray that this just happened last week. I pray that they didn't film this talk for the show.
Okay.
We've seen so much of Kyle. For those who don't know, Kyle Richards is Paris Hilton's aunt, and she is on the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
And we've watched her sisters, Kathy Hilton, Paris's mom, and then their sister, Kim Richards, very tumultuous relationship as sisters.
Yeah, very steep.
Over like a 10-year period of just like alcohol abuse and childhood trauma and all of this stuff. And they've really never lasted more than a year in a good, positive place.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I mean, like for them, it's been on TV and we have watched it, which is kind of why I just, at this point, Kim hasn't been on the show for so long that I hope this wasn't filmed. I mean, obviously it'd be amazing ratings. People would eat it up. But I just hope, because this is the worst I think it's been. So Kyle confronted Kim about her abusing alcohol again. And she was sober for a while. And it got so heated that the police were called, and now her sister's on a 5150 psychiatric hold.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's fucking so sad because Alexa, how old is Kim Richards?
Kim Richards is 60 years old.
Like 60 years old to be on psychiatric hold and needing to be evaluated, and she's still like, she's been going through alcoholism her whole life.
Yeah, true.
And it's played out on TV, and the reason Kathy and Kyle weren't talking is because Kathy blamed Kyle for it coming out on TV and all this stuff and how it ruined their family, which also is weird because keeping the
Kathy
secret
is the issue, but okay.
100%, in my opinion. I just think it's weird that they blame Kyle for Kim's,
everybody blames Kyle for everything.
For
now.
Kim's
like,
addiction.
It's always Kyle's fault. Kyle's fault, yeah.
Yeah, and I just think that's so horrible at 60 years old.
Yeah.
To still be going through it and then on a psychiatric hold, and like, I'm just praying it wasn't on TV.
Honestly, yeah, it's one of the steep things about like addiction is that like it's one of those things that you just don't like. Most people don't really get over. Like you kind of just like go through it and try to just figure out what the fuck you can do about it. And also with her being who she is and like the people she's around and like the environment and shit like that, like she's probably always around drinks and shit like that. So it's probably difficult to just stay sober.
When you're suffering from like depression and all of these things,
and all
it's so
these
easy
extra things that was placed upon her from being the first child actor.
Literally the first child actor. Yeah.
She got a lot of demons to fight. So it's pretty I agree. It's pretty steep that she's back in. And she was doing kind of good for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a period where we would randomly see her on the show, and she was like,
form a sentence.
Yes, and like was super coherent and like clearly healthy.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. And I know somewhere Lisa Rinna is like,
probably
because she loved it, which is bad to say, but I do love Lisa Rinna. But
probably,
yeah.
I don't know. I just hope that. Also, I hope that Kyle didn't say nothing too crazy because I know Kyle's very like, I'm gonna stand up for myself now, and I'm very like, I'm gonna say what I feel now when she didn't used to be that, and so I'm hoping she didn't just like.
I think it's hard though. I mean, in her defense, like again, she's just now starting to be like that. She's the only one who confronts Kim about her alcoholism.
She's the only one that confronts anybody about anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, if it wasn't for her, that family wouldn't discuss their issues.
She's literally Rolly. She's like, I hate when people lie.
She's
Don't fucking lie.
For real, straight up.
She's
like,
Rolly.
She call it out, but I think who she is as like a person now is different. Now she got her little girlfriend, so it's like
no. I think the little girlfriend cheated. Kyle was bringing her on the show. The girlfriend cheated.
Oh my god!
I know.
I wonder if they fist fought. You know, lesbians do that.
Please.
Kyle was working out.
Gays do that.
Lesbians fight more though. They're a little bit more like.
You think?
I think so for sure.
Maybe I watch too much now. That's TV.
Yeah,
the gays there.
That's what it is.
The gays there.
You know the gays don't be fighting for shit unless they.
As a former gay fighter.
Whatever. I always sorry.
Yes.
I always wonder where Kathy Hilton be at when her younger sisters are going at it. Somewhere probably
hiding the truth somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or just not paying attention. Whatever. Spirit Airlines is getting rid of low fares and are going upscale.
Please give me a fucking break. Does that mean we're arriving on time to our destination? That's what I want to know.
Let me tell you something. If you gonna up these rates, I want my flights to be on time. I'm not paying $50 for no goddamn check bag, and I want leg room.
And more than just like little peanuts in a bag. Maybe throw me a pretzel.
Or a bottle of water.
Something. Not the water in a cup. Stop it.
Water in a cup?
Yeah, they give you water in a Dixie cup.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you don't even get fucking a bottle of water. You get water in a Dixie cup.
That's very crazy. I want new pilots too because
new pilots.
Every time the last time I flew a motherfucking Spirit flight, that bitch got the shaking
I don't think that's there.
What?
I don't think that's the pilot's fault. I think that's the climate. You get turbulation.
Fuck all
turbulation?
that. There's turbulence.
Turbulence. That turbulation, holleration in this desert. No, you get turbulence. Because of condensation.
Every plane gets turbulence for sure, but not every pilot knows how to maneuver through that motherfucker.
Please.
Because you get in these goddamn Spirit flights. I've flown. I personally fly Southwest because it's very affordable and it's a good flight. And whenever they have turbulence, it just shakes a little bit, but we're still going on the same pace. Whenever I fly on a goddamn Spirit flight and we get turbulence, this nigga want to start doing flips and shit in the sky because he don't know how to handle the wind currents and shit going on. Bitch, we going sideways, left ways, and up ways. Bitch, we upside down and shit like that.
Soul plane. Just...
Bro, like what the fuck? Shaking that bitch and shit. It's like that motherfucker. You ever just drive with somebody and they jolt real fast?
Yeah.
It's like they do that. And I feel like sometimes when the shake happens, it's not because of turbulence, it's because this bitch can't fly.
Okay. I actually flew Air Canada, which is like a pretty good one. It's really expensive for how much
all
they pay
flights
people,
in Canada are expensive.
I flew to Iowa, I think.
Okay.
And we had such bad turbulence that people rose from their seat, like, because it was like, doo-doom. It was so scary. We all thought we were going to die. The masks came down.
That's the flight that your mama said.
My mom will never forget this. Guys, my mom actually thought I was dead. Imagine being a mother. And like, this is what happened. I'm on a plane and the turbulence was so bad. And it was my first time ever flying alone, which is even crazier. And I was like 17? I think it was 17.
Okay.
17 or 18, but I think 17.
Young.
My first time flying alone ever. Flying to Iowa, and the flight tracker, my mom's watching it. The airplane just leaves the flight tracker.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, goes right off the monitor. They can't track it anymore.
Which is crazy.
And meanwhile, I'm on the flight. My mom thinks I'm dead. They knew that I was going through a storm.
Well, you think you're dead too.
Yeah, I think I'm dead as well. Because, like, yeah, people, like, it dropped so fast that, like, I kept my seatbelt on the whole time because it was my first flight. So even though you're on that part where they're like, whatever, you can take your seatbelts off, mine was still on. And people next to me, everybody, stuff everywhere. People, boom, like laptops breaking. Stewardess, they were like, it was so unexpected. The stewardess was still like with the carts, like flying shit everywhere. It was so fucking scary. And yeah, the masks came down, the whole thing. And it lasted like a really long time. People crying, like that was it. We thought we were dead.
Did you say that was your first flight?
That was my first flight ever alone.
Okay.
Yeah, I've flown a lot, but alone, that was my first time ever.
Got you.
Yeah, it wasn't Spirit, but so not everything was fine after that. I could have flown Spirit 2,000 times. Nothing was worse than that flight. I thought that was it. Yeah, my poor mom, she was like sobbing. She thought I was dead.
Because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Your child is in the air and it just goes off. That is fucking crazy.
And then because of however, like we like jolted, like the actual tracker connection never came back. Like it disrupted whatever it was. So like we had landed and they didn't even know until I texted my mom like, oh, we landed. She was like, oh my God, you're alive. Yeah. So she thought for like 45 minutes I was dead or more.
Have you ever joined the Mile High Club?
No. No. I would never do shit in a plane. If I was flying private, bitch, I'm fucking
Well, that's
everywhere.
just private. You could just do it in the seats.
No, that's called a Mile High Club still because you're in the air. It's still the Mile High Club. The whole point of the Mile High Club is you're
like,
fucking in the air.
If it's a private jet, you don't have to go to the bathroom. You can just stay where you at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were saying?
Yes. I would totally do that.
Oh. Well, yeah, but it's a private plane. It's boring. It's like, come on now.
There's still pilots and stewardesses and people.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I've never done anything in an airplane. No. There's too many people.
Yeah, and the bathroom is very small. I don't understand how people do that shit.
I know. I could really take a shit in the bathroom. What the fuck you mean?
Bro, my knees is hitting the fucking, like, the wall in front. You got people. Bro, this video I saw, these people, they was fucking in the bathroom. And the stewardess came and opened it, and everybody clapped for him. Yeah, but he shut the door like when he opened it back up.
Yeah.
He had her bent over with her leg up. Y'all, how little are y'all?
Yeah, you guys got to be like a part of like the Three Little Musketeers. I don't know. That's crazy.
Y'all got to be under 5'5".
Seven
There's
dwarves
no
for
way
real.
in hell. I can't even use the bathroom on planes because there's no room.
Yeah, you're large.
Very.
Yeah.
If I have to pee on the plane, I gotta hold it. That's part, which upsets me because I want to go somewhere like international. But like,
you gotta piss.
But I gotta pee on like a 12-hour flight. I have to pee at some point. I have to shit at some point.
I piss every 30 minutes.
But like, how am I gonna use that bathroom? It's so little.
Yeah.
I can't shit.
No, I have a fear of like my bowels being ripped out of me when I flush the toilet. on a plane because it can happen.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
happened to people before. Never thought about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't have
I don't
done
poop
it
in public,
'cause,
so
like-
I can just hold it.
It's so wild to me that this is my ADHD is kicking my ass, y'all. It's so wild to me that they just drop like shit rocks out of the air.
Did they do it over water, or did they just do it? No, they don't do it anywhere. That's a biohazard.
They do it over water, I believe. Like,
What
but-
about fishing?
I mean, it's like it's poop, so it's kind of like fertilizer.
No, but what if I'm fishing and fucking a dookie falls on my fucking lap?
Well, I'm sure it's in the middle of nowhere, honey. Like they're not
Maybe.
about to just do it like over fucking Los Angeles. It's not going into the like Michigan.
I mean, what if you're?
But maybe I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
big body of water, but you wouldn't be out far like in the middle of it like that before they drop it.
Okay,
Like I don't think they drop it over land because that's a hazard. You could just drop it on somebody and kill them.
that's wild.
But I think it's just wild that they drop it anyway.
Yeah.
Period. Like imagine you on a boat. Imagine you on a cruise.
Yes.
And you going from like New York to
No.
fucking across the to the UK on a boat,
Mm-hmm.
and you just in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, and a shit crater
Yes.
just flies down and goes straight because it's gonna gain speed from being up that high. It's gonna go straight through the front of your motherfucking boat. Then what?
That's crazy. I'm literally on the poop deck. Like, no, it's weird. Where does the poo go?
Ba-doom. Psh. What else do we have up here?
We've got lots.
That's most of it. Some woman says that
Some woman.
that was a little bit misogynistic, eh?
Yeah, but I think rightfully so. She's a dumb hoe.
Yeah, fuck her. This girl tweeted out, "Never going to jail as a man is sassy," saying that if you're a man and you've never been to prison, it's a little gay.
Which, first of all, a lot of gay shit goes down in prison.
It does.
So let's start there. But I think that's the dumbest take I've ever heard. And I creeped her social medias.
She's an OnlyFans model, yeah.
Yeah. But furthermore, she gives fetish.
Oh, for
I
sure.
have such a hard time with that word.
Fetishization.
Fetishy?
Whoa, now you got me fucked up.
I've never been able to get it.
Fetishization.
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 Guys, how do you say it?
She gives fetish girly.
Yes. Okay. She
Fetish fish.
she does that. I feel like with like black men is what it gives on her social media
She's
and the
like,
way
mostly
she
with,
talks.
like black dudes and her shit.
Yeah, and like
Or she gives off like
that lifestyle, or what I think people would attribute to like being black. You know what I mean? When people are racist and they go like, "Oh, the way they dress or the way they act," or like she wants like a gangster life kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's always those girls until there's a gun by the dresser, and then they're like, "Oh no, what do you mean?" Like, please. But like,
so is that until the burner is in a throat pocket?
Yeah,
The fuck?
like that's just what it seems like. But I just think that is such a harmful thing to like post.
Absolutely.
That if I only want to be with a man who goes to jail, any other man is not sassy or is sassy. Sorry. So what if he beats your ass? What does that make him? So you're like, oh, he's so masculine?
Because that's the
What if he went to
side.
jail for tax evasion?
Right.
That's not. I mean, what if he stole dildos from a sex store and went to jail?
What if he got unpaid parking tickets and he did a weekend?
She's like, my man been to jail. My man did time. My man. That's how she's gonna act.
Yeah, no. I mean, outside of like the obvious like racial component of her fetishization towards black men,
She acts like she wants a black man because she's gonna be protected. That's how she is.
which is especially as a white girl. But anyway,
She'd be like, I'm quarter Puerto Rican.
you know, the main issue that I have with that is that I know it's very like fuck men, men aren't shit. I with you and I hear you. I understand all of that shit. But also, like, when people like this, she's an OnlyFans model. I think she got like a 1.4 million followers on Instagram or some shit like that. So she probably has like a decent amount of like people who watch her and consume her content, all the shit like that. Shit like this, as much as it's like hate men, like shit like this exacerbates and like promotes the men that you don't like to continue to behave that they act the way that they act. And what I mean is that when you push out the idea that somebody has to be a felon or like go to jail in order to be in your company, to be a man, or just like to attain somebody, when you say shit like that, you're saying that to attain something like this, like me, like what you're saying that you're attracted to, you have to be this thing. And for that thing to be a nigga who has a criminal record, which will very much so impact niggas' abilities to get jobs. If this, whatever the fuck they doing don't work out, they can't get certain housing, they can't get certain benefits or like necessities that they need if ever they need to get on like government assistance, some shit like that. Like, being a criminal is not just having the negative stigma of like being a criminal on you. It's also like real world things that you won't be able to like have or obtain because of that. And so to push that idea out,
Your real man will never be able to have a bank account.
Oh, you feel me?
Or buy you a house.
You feel me? Like, they'll straight up like, we not giving you a car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I mean, I don't know. They might sell you a car. I don't know, whatever. But anyway,
there's loopholes and there's programs and stuff, but it's not.
Well, I
going to
don't
be
think that being
like,
a criminal will keep somebody from giving you a car loan.
No, it's just going to be a lot hard. Like there's the hoops that they're going to have to go through to like be able to be approved for things and like what your background is and
just all type of shit.
Yeah.
But
the lifestyle you want isn't going to be what they give you.
the lifestyle that you want is not what they're going to be able to give you. And to push that idea out on, again, regular people, because 1.4 million people, all of them niggas is not big rich people. They not like ballers and shit like that. A lot of them probably just regular ass men that pay their $10.99 to see you play with your coochie every month. To push that idea out to those sort of people, like the regular common person, is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, you not know better than these rappers that don't sell drugs and don't shoot nobody, but every fucking song they done killed 50 niggas and they sell 50 pounds of dope. My nigga, you're from Calabasas. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So many emotions there. One of the things that I like about Ludacris, which this is so random, is that he will never rap about those things. And people are like, why don't you rap about what people rap about? And he's like, because I grew up rich. What the fuck? I rap about having cars and that's it, because I was a Nepo baby. Like, but people clown him for that. And I think that's so dumb. And again, like, perpetuates the stereotype and like makes kids want to grow up to be a certain thing. Or like, say these little kids, because obviously we're not stupid. Teenagers watch people online, right? So she's posting these things. There's going to be some teenagers who think she's hot. And then they're going to go and be like, to get a girl like that, I got to do these things. And I think that is so insane to like put that out there. And if that's really your take and you believe that, I pray that you don't.
It's fucking dumb, but
no, but I pray that you don't meet who you're looking for, and then he shows you why he went to jail. You know, like, again, not everybody who goes to jail has done violent crimes, but I pray that you don't meet one who did. Like, what? That's just, I think, the craziest thing, that people are like that.
That shit is so fucking mind-boggling, especially coming from a bitch like that. Like, come on, girl.
Like, it's so random.
You know what you're doing. That shit fucked up.
And I think it's a good perspective from you, just because you grew up with people who are like who she's talking about. So, like, to see that to grow up with people like that and to watch them be fetishized. Is that the right way to say it?
I think you just said it right. Good job.
Thank you. I'm growing.
Yeah, no, that's fucking stupid. And furthermore, just on the whole men having to go to jail, shit like that. It's like, anybody of like a certain age, like once we are in our 30s now, so anybody like our age and older. Yeah.
You're gonna be 34.
Anybody our age and older who's actually grown up in these environments or around these sort of people, like, know that the real people who really are like the type of people she want to get, whatever fuck like that, don't want to be that, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody who's a gangster wants to be a gangster. They just
Yeah.
have to do what they have to do to survive. But like once you get past a certain threshold in life and you're able to stabilize yourself, get a job, and your shit together, now all of a sudden these niggas is wearing cardigans and they having babies and they going out and they going to Chuck E. Cheese and they putting clown masks on their fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
Them the niggas that's gonna blow your fucking face off. Not these motherfuckers who 30 years old still set tripping, walking around with saying they have fucking blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless they really are blood, but that's the whole other thing.
But it's like you don't think these people want these like traditional lives. Like you
think I'm
they
about to
did
be
those
a gangster
things-
for the rest of my life?
like they did those things to survive.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's people now who get to live a life where they don't have to look over their shoulder every day. Like, but is that who you want to be with? The people who you have to look over their shoulder every day? Like, it's so weird.
I don't know. I think that shit is fucking stupid though. Fuck her.
Yeah.
So, California, there's a new law in California that
Fuck is Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
That shit's Ubisoft. What is Ubisoft?
That is so funny.
That'd be a good
That shit Ubisoft.
That'd be a good commercial.
Bitch, this cashmere is Ubisoft. Word. No, Ubisoft is the game developers that made Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, some other shit that you probably know, like Battlefield. Or maybe I could be wrong. Anyway,
They make games.
they make games, yeah. So there's a new law in California that game developers have to warn people before they buy the digital copies of games to warn them that they don't own that game. So when you go to purchase a game, let's say like through the Xbox store, or you go to buy some off like Steam or some shit like that, there needs to be a message that comes up to tell you that you don't own that game, which
This feels like owning a home, but you got to pay property tax.
no. I saw
Or I have
something.
HOA.
I saw something a few like months ago. I don't know the full details, so maybe y'all niggas might have to do some Google searches to get like the exact whatever the fuck it is like that. But there were a lot of people who were complaining to, I think, Microsoft and some other whatever the fuck it was, because old games that they had bought through the Microsoft store back in like 2010, 2009, like early when this shit started to come out, they no longer have access to those games because Microsoft took them off of their servers. And so people are going, well, nigga, I paid $70 for this game. Like, I paid $60 for this game. Yes, it was 10 years ago, but I should still have access to this game. And they started to sue whatever company it was. Again, I don't know if it was Microsoft or whatever the fuck it is. But the thing that people were trying to sue that company, but they couldn't sue them because the company was saying, well, as a rebut, you don't own that game. You just pay for the rights to play that game through our system. So if we no longer want to carry that game, just like on like
That feels like streaming.
Huh?
That feels like streaming.
Like streaming. But it's kind of like streaming, but it's not like that because you bought the actual like copy of the game itself. But they're saying because you did that through our servers, if we want to take it off the server, we can take it off the server. That's just the end of it. Like,
I think that's dumb as shit.
it is dumb as shit. So now there's a new law that tells people before you buy the game,
They better be cheaper.
it better be fucking cheaper. And if you buy the game, that you have to warn people that they're not owning the copy of the game anymore.
But like, why is that even a thing? Because if I go and plug in my old fucking Mario Kart, I know that bitch is gonna work.
You said what?
If I plug in a Mario Kart fucking on a, what is that little thing called? GameCube, it'll still work. So why doesn't
But that's a CD disc though.
I thought they were buying the physical copy. You
Digital
said.
copy.
Oh, you said physical at the beginning.
Oh damn, my fault. I fucked up. I meant to say digital.
Oh, okay, that makes sense to me. That changed my whole mind. Yeah, I think if you own a physical copy of something, that game should work forever. If you own a digital of something, you're at the mercy of the platform.
But that's bullshit because if I paid $70, $80, $60 for this game, I purchased that game, be it digitally or physically, whatever it may be. That's what the mindset is, people, is that I
Are they
paid
live
for that game.
games, or are they just like the games you can play offline? Like if the internet's
Games
out.
you can pay offline.
If the internet's out?
Yeah. It's old games from like 2010, like 2009,
Oh,
like
yeah.
2015.
Okay, I mean,
Like, shit
that's
like
weird.
that,
If it's,
you know what I mean? Like I
don't
paid
know.
I paid for this game that I can play, that I should be able to play whenever the fuck I want to, but I can't because I have to play it through your server. And if you take it off of your server, then all of a sudden it's just gone. That's fucked up.
I can understand though, because if I have a physical copy of a game, I have that physical game. But like, you're at the mercy of their servers.
But
And the
that,
servers update, servers expire, servers have max capacity of storage.
but the reason why that's fucked up is because how am I going to do that now? Most consoles, most laptops, most whatever the fuck you use to play games no longer have disk drives. So most people are buying games digitally because that's the only option we have. So if
Yeah.
I buy a game today, if I bought if it's a new Red Dead that comes out tomorrow and I buy that motherfucker, I should have access to that game tomorrow, next week, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, whatever the fuck it is, because I bought that through the only means that I can buy that motherfucker.
Yeah, but there's no physical storage in a physical game, but there's physical storage for, say, Capcom. Like they
And
have.
so certain people, especially when they originally were pushing the idea, I think I skipped something. Laws like these are so stupid. These kind of laws have to exist to create space for head ass companies, especially when they originally were pushing the idea of digital games as a way to help with games not getting fucked up over time, making you have to repurchase it. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think it's dumb and I think that sucks, but I get it in the way of storage. In like, there's only so much maybe storage for these tech companies, right? Like online, like,
Well, if that's the case, then I feel like they need to change. Like I hear what you're saying,
yeah.
but I feel like
I think it's dumb, but I get it.
if that's what y'all position is, then there needs to be alternative ways for me to store these games, because you can't, if I take a game off of like fucking Microsoft or some shit like that and I find a way to just like take it off of their platform and then save it on some random ass hard drive, like that's illegal.
Yeah.
That's pirating. So
Yeah,
if I
there
do
should
that,
be
that's
a way.
pirating. If I save it myself on my own hard drive, that's pirating.
Yeah, because I get that they don't want you to do that because then you could
Because then you
sell
can
that
just sell it to
game.
everybody else. But if I'm at the mercy of y'all to just, whenever y'all feel like it, just take this bitch off the fucking thing, like, then give me my money back.
Give me my money.
Something. Like, there's nothing for the end consumer
Yeah.
on our side as the end consumer, because all this shit is at the mercy of them and I can't do anything with the fuck I want to with my own shit. Like when you do shit off of Steam, it's kind of different because you are literally downloading the game onto your laptop.
Yeah.
There's like little workarounds, I think, to where you can't like pirate it and then send it to other motherfuckers, but people probably find workarounds like that. But that's different because I'm downloading it onto my personal hard drive on my like actual like my,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
so
Like I can
hard.
download the motherfucker, take Steam off, and still play the motherfucker.
Yeah.
But Xboxes and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's that's really hard. I don't know what you would. The only thing that I could think is they just need more storage. Like that's the only thing I could think. Like or they need to start doing physical games again. But I hate that they're going away from physical games, because when Microsoft was down, I couldn't play Xbox. I couldn't play Fortnite. I couldn't even play the games that were offline. Like when their Microsoft servers are down, I can't play.
I can't play
the games I
anything.
paid for
anything.
that are offline games that don't even require servers, but I can't play them now. I think that's dumb as shit.
Which is also a thing that people talk about.
Like, what am I paying for then?
Which is another thing that people talk about.
Yeah, I think that's
It's
silly.
like being at the mercy of y'all servers is not a good thing for the
No.
end consumer.
No,
because-
I should be able to have physical games still. If I can't.
You can still buy the disc, but then you also have to buy like the adapter to have the CD play on your game and shit like that, which is additional money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything's
I
just
don't know.
made to fuck the end consumer, bro. That's what it feels like nowadays.
Or there should be like backup servers or like things that happen where it's like if the Microsoft server goes down, something switches over. Or there's like a thing. It's like when the power goes out and you got a generator. Figure it the fuck out. I'm paying all this money. I'm giving you fucking $30 a month, Microsoft. Can't play a fucking Hello Neighbor.
But yeah, so
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all dumb. I think these companies just do the bare minimum because we're gonna pay for it anyway.
do we have a?
Oh yes, and we were supposed to fucking. Where's my phone?
That is a question you have to answer. So, guys, this is the portion of the show that we call "What's on Your Heart." It's where one of us may have something we want to talk about, or you can write in to his Instagram story whenever he puts the shit up on Tuesday, or just whenever. If you want to just DM him or me, it doesn't really matter. Go down to the description below. It has both of our links, all of our links, every link. You can type in anything you want to get off your chest, or if you want some advice on something. And we'll probably read it aloud.
Damn, we didn't do that thing at the beginning where we go, hey guys, you want to see a live episode?
I think we're gonna just have to record
And you just put
a
it
thing,
in.
and then I'm gonna just put it in because we forget every time.
Every time. We need to write it at the top of the note. Okay. We were supposed to answer this like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Marie says,
Okay. Hi, Marie.
I have someone that's interested in me, but he wants a poly relationship and I don't.
Oh, we might have to read another one. This is gonna be quick. Fuck him. Like fuck him. Like just don't talk to him.
Right. There's things that I feel about this. She says hi. And maybe there's more context and stuff. Is I think like, how bad do you want to be with him? I don't think you can change that. Like,
No.
but in the same type of thing, you wanted threesomes for the first 4 years of us being together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, no. And then all of a sudden now you don't. So like that feeling can change.
I don't think so. I think having a threesome and being in a polyamorous relationship are two different things. One is a sexual desire just for like this one time or just like maybe every now and then. Another one is I want to be in a relationship with multiple people. I want to take my time and my energy and my love and spread it across multiple people
Who
in
has
multiple
the
ways.
time?
Nigga, who the fuck?
Who has the time?
I was at work thinking today, I was like, yo, for whatever reason I was thinking about like cheating, how people cheat and shit like that. How do you niggas cheat? Because you have time for multiple people.
Here's the thing.
I'm talking about like long-term cheating.
Okay,
Not just
I'm like just like
not
the
just
one-offs.
like one night hit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like bitch, you like
Like,
niggas
full relationships.
like niggas back in the day who had like two families.
Yes.
How do you have that? How do you have
Who
time
has
and effort
the
for that?
time in the day? Who has the mental fortitude to like humor a whole other person, develop a whole relationship with another person?
You got two households. How?
Especially when they have kids. Like that's insane.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh shit.
Oh, there's talking going on in here that we don't know. Do not change yourself to fit what he wants. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
I'm 25 and still live in my parents' house because the government hasn't put me on a job, although I have enough money. Damn, it's getting really depressive. Damn, I feel that. What are we talking about in here? What's going on? I thought we was talking about Maria.
Marie.
I said Maria. Damn, Marie. Yeah, no, Marie. I think that's one of those like non-negotiables.
Yeah.
I mean, if you in your mind can be like, I guess I can deal with a little polyamory, then by all means do what you're gonna do. But like, I think that's one of those things that it's just like, bro, if that's just one of the things like you got to be in it or not.
Yeah.
It's like dating.
It's so tricky.
it's
Like I would
dating some-
absolutely beat the other person up.
Yeah.
Like just you get one wrong look, bitch, I'm taking this whole fucking vase upside your head.
And then the polyamory shit, them niggas be out together, bitch. If I tell you I want to go out to eat and you
Yes.
show up with this bitch at the sushi bar,
Yeah, like, are you bringing food home? Like, you bring chicken home for me sometimes. Are you bringing it for both people? How do we spend time together if we're in the same home? Like,
did you go to that bitch house and she had leftovers? You brought me the leftovers that bitch cooked for you?
like, or no, but like, what if they're all like living together? Like,
Which is
do I
another
sit
thing.
in here while
Sometimes
y'all
they
are fucking?
I'm just in the that's yes. That's what polyamorous
And I'm
couples
just,
do.
I'm just okay with that.
You just in the living room playing Fortnite while they in there fucking. And then when he's done, or maybe the next day, it's your turn. The other bitch go in the living room and watch the fucking Netflix while y'all in there fucking. Or maybe it's at the same time. Maybe it's all three.
I believe that there are people who can do that.
There are people who that have done that. Yeah, that are doing it.
I want to know.
I ain't one.
I want to know people who have done it from like early age to old age.
Like who are in long term?
Yes, because
those
I
are
believe people can do it for a few years. I believe people can do that 100%. If you're not like that deep into like being in relationships like that, or like you want to have some fun, or you feel like whatever, like totally 100%. I feel like that's
Can you
possible.
plug up the laptop? Is gonna die. Yeah.
But when people are like, oh, this is the kind of relationship I see myself in, I want to know people who can do that long term with the same throuple. I want to know that.
For a long. I want to
Yes.
see long. I want to see
Where people are not jealous, where people are not whatever, because I can't fathom that.
I don't see that.
That there's
either.
never any jealousy.
I can't.
I know it must exist,
can't.
but I can't. I'm not judging it. I want to
And
know.
I know in some polyamorous relationships too, like it's not that I'm a man and I have two girlfriends. It's like I'm a man who has a girlfriend who has a girlfriend who has a boyfriend who also is like we're all in a couple together. Like I'm a girl, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. He's a man and we're both his girlfriend. Like she has me as her girlfriend. Like we're all together.
No, and I get that. But
which makes it easier, I feel like, as it goes along because
But
it's
no,
like,
but what if one likes one more than the other one likes one? But they still like them.
which
There's
I feel
no
like is
way.
a thing,
There's no
which
fucking
I
way.
feel like is a
No,
thing.
there's no fucking way you like both bitches the same.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's
I don't
no
believe
way.
that.
There's literally no way.
I
You
don't
can
believe that.
Sit here today and tell me, Peter Gunn, that you like
Please.
both Amina and the other girl the same, and I know you don't. There's no way.
That's how I feel about threesomes too. It's like we all
Yeah.
not fucking the same way in this
No,
room. We're all
it's-
not having the same type of sex right here.
It's the threesome is so unique. It's got to be like two people who you're not invested in long term.
yes.
I've done it with someone I was with, and well, we weren't together at the time, but you know, whatever. We, and someone else, and I just am like, no, like you like one more, or like one feels good, but then it's like now for the rest of my life, am I thinking about this other one?
Mm-hmm.
Or like now, say you did it, and we did it, and then are you thinking like, oh, did Nick like that more with him than me? Like,
Well, I've heard of people like having threesomes with like their spouse and shit, and it's just like y'all doing it, and then like all of a sudden it morphs into you watching them having it because
Yes.
they're not doing nothing to you. Like somebody's not getting attention.
yes.
I will tear this bitch up, nigga. Nigga. No, somebody gonna die, nigga.
and it depends. Like, I think if I was a girl and I was having a threesome, I feel like I'd have to be okay with like anal and vaginal, because then everyone's happy.
My God.
No, but there's
They gotta
holes for
spit roast
everyone.
you,
There's
yeah.
holes for everyone, you know? Well, I was spit roasted.
Okay. Well,
It was fine.
go ahead.
But I just mean like, no, it was fine. Like, there's holes for everyone.
Okay.
But-
okay.
At the end of the day, I think you like one more than the other.
Yeah.
Or you're like, what I did was in the middle of it was like,
Send him home. Which honestly isn't crazy, I feel like. That's
no,
not crazy.
boundaries.
I feel like I feel like that's the proper way to do it.
Guys, in the middle of a threesome I had with an ex and someone else, who the guy ended up actually being a TV star. I didn't know until he got in and we were like, he was like, I know you, and I was like, wait, I've seen you, and then oh no.
The guy that you and what's his name? The nigga
Yeah.
you sent home was a TV star?
Yes.
You got to tell me who when we get off here.
Yes. So anyway, it was Canadian TV though. Like, you don't know who it is. I mean, I'll show you, but
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so in the middle of this threesome, I'm like, man, this guy, he's got a whole elephant trunk and he has no idea what he's doing. He is so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine he watched this and he knows who he is. Please don't. I'm
You
sorry.
were boring, nigga.
You were a little boring. I do hope you got better.
You were boring, my nigga.
It was a little, I'm sorry. Now, it could be a little intimidating because like me and my ex at the time, we were fucking freaky weirdo freaks, okay?
I'm sure.
We were doing things that just, stop it.
But it is what it is. Everybody that I fucked
Yeah.
didn't have fun.
And then he came
Everybody
in.
that I fucked didn't. I didn't have fun with them.
Yeah, he came in, and I'm sure maybe if it was that was like boyfriend dick, I feel like, his.
Okay.
it's like good, consistent, nothing crazy. Like, don't get crazy.
And the guy you was with was like,
No, that's what I'm saying.
oh, okay.
The guy, like, oh, sorry, like the third party
The third was
boyfriend dick. Yeah.
Oh, that's boring.
It was just good
They're
dick.
not
Like, it was
boyfriend.
good. But, like, he wasn't my man because we weren't dating at the time. But my ex, we were psycho. So, like, whatever. It was just like, not that. And I think we thought that was going to
Is
be
it
that.
we were psychos or you were crazy? He just went along with it.
No, it was two Trini people on Punchin who were ready. No, everything was like a near-death experience every time. It was
Okay.
nuts. But, so I can
don't
imagine
get
it was
that.
intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was a little boring. And so mid
So
doing
then maybe
it,
he wasn't boring. Y'all just
you
had
know,
a different
yes, that's what I'm
standard.
saying. Like, poor thing. Like, I think he came in and then he didn't know what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And so, because you know how I get sometimes and I'm a little much?
Yeah.
It was like that all the time.
Oh no.
Right.
No.
I was a lot.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes I turn a little bit into like a
And
demon.
I gotta tell you to sit the fuck down.
He's like,
somewhere.
enough is enough. I'm like, ugh. But so that's what we were like all the time.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. Mid thing, I just get up. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I take my phone. I text my ex at the time. I go, send him home. He's like, what? I'm like, send him home. So he asked him to leave. I come out of the bathroom. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like,
That's not crazy.
Go
I feel
home.
like, just send him home.
Go
The
home.
fuck? Like, just send a nigga to the crib.
go home.
Would you rather me send you home or me continue to go through this and then all of a sudden you just not a part of this no more because eventually
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna get
what if we
tired of it.
accidentally like moved you out? And I think I have every right to be the person to be like, I'm over this because I'm the one taking
Well,
the
you were the one
fucking,
taking all the
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to be like,
It's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy that we can sit here and have a conversation about you having a threesome with your ex and some other nigga.
I think it's even crazier we do it on the internet, but I don't think
I think it's why we're doing it live right now
I don't think any of it's
on
crazy.
Twitch.com. Say no, I'm
Yeah, I
playing.
don't think anything's crazy. I share my whole life.
You
That vlog
sure
you
do.
watched that I posted on
You
OnlyFans?
sure don't have any. Like,
I have no boundaries online.
Yeah.
I share everything that I legally can. If I could share more, I absolutely would.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. Legal reasons, but believe if I could, I would. Yeah, I don't think it's weird. I think sex and money should be discussed by everybody. I think they're the two things that everybody in the world has in common. People have sex and have sexual desires, and money runs their life. And it's the two most taboo things to talk about. And I feel like that shouldn't be that way.
I think sex, I feel like it's fine, but I don't want to talk about people about my money.
No, but I think that it wouldn't be as like maybe embarrassing for people or intimidating for people if everybody knew that honestly most people are on the same playing field. Most people are so in
sure.
debt. Most people are not happy with how much they're making at their job. I think if more people spoke about money, they would realize that more people are being paid unfairly. And I think the reason a lot of people get paid unfairly is because people are not supposed to talk about money. In contracts you sign, you're not supposed to talk about money.
True. Yeah.
I think money, not like that whole stigma of not being able to, what a turn, threesomes into business. Sometimes they align though. But like, I think that like I mean, I'm not an employee of anybody, but every contract I've ever signed, dance, anything, brand deals, you sign in a thing saying you are legally not allowed to tell people how much you make. But that allows for that, like for no transparency for other influencers or for any businesses, like to not talk about that, right? To not talk about your salary, to not talk about it allows businesses to manipulate that and not pay people fairly.
For sure.
So I think all money should be talked about freely. And I think like in Japan, it is like people ask people how much they make. People go, oh, like how much does your job pay you? Oh, how much do you make an hour? How much do you make a year? What do you spend your money on? And there's like no weird stigma around
Well,
it.
people ask that here. That's not like.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to talk. You're not supposed to talk about how much money you make.
I think that's. I think the
People aren't
idea
going around gloating about it though.
No,
In Japan,
I guess so. But
That's
I think it's like I think the stigma around like asking people how much they make here has changed just because I think a lot more people have more information about like how the majority of people live. Like we all are aware that over half over 50% of the people in this country live paycheck to paycheck.
Mhm.
And so with that common knowledge amongst all of us, it's nothing for me to talk to somebody. Like every time I'm out in my job and people like, oh, this is what you do. I'm like, yeah, like the second question after this, if this is what you do is how much they paying you.
Mhm.
And I tell them.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that even before 2020. People didn't talk about it like that.
Here, yeah, they did.
No,
At least
I know
in my
people
personal,
do, but I'm
like,
saying like
maybe it's just my like personal where I was, you know what I'm saying?
the overall thing that people will say is like, don't tell people how much you make. Oh, it's disrespectful to ask people about money. This is like, I think now it's way more common, but it's like, I think that should happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when people go in for business or go in for job applications, they should be the ones asking, how much are you paying me?
Mm-hmm.
Not like, how much do you think I'm worth? Not the job. They're going the other way around.
I agree. Yeah.
I think money should be so much more open.
Mm-hmm.
And everything should be so much more clear. I think you should not be afraid to be like, will I be getting a raise in a year? Will I be getting a raise? What is my opportunity? Like, and I think again, it's just all manipulation. And
Yeah. It's like you get to asking about money too much in the interview. All of a sudden you ain't getting the call back.
yeah.
Stupid dumb. Anywho.
But yeah, sex and money. I think everybody should talk about everything.
Is there another question we can ask or?
I'm sure I've got lots.
Yeah. If you want to just do, we can just do one more, I feel like. And then, you know, we've been doing long episodes. So I kind of want to keep up that.
Me too, because I'm going to be monetized soon, everybody. So I really want to keep up the long episodes. But also people like them.
Yeah. I like it. I listen at work. I like when they're long.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird sometimes. I'll be in the truck listening to my own voice.
Yeah.
But I'm good at like.
Sometimes I laugh. I'm
disassociating
like, that's funny.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
like-
that's sad.
I'm like, oh my God, this guy's hilarious. And I'm like, oh, it's me.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying to read them all.
You want to just grab a random one?
I have to go through which ones we already did.
Oh.
Right.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for people with no kids. Oh, okay, Holly, what's your question?
Fuck them geese.
Which, audio listeners, is a benefit of watching the live streams every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on twitch.com/Nicholas James Emmizzie. If you have a question you want to ask, you can ask it live in the chat for us to read aloud.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do that while you're listening on your Spotify right now. You can't ask me shit over Apple Podcasts.
They can leave
Nothing
comments there now.
Huh?
I think they can leave comments now
On Apple Podcasts?
on all of them.
Oh.
I think there's comment sections.
But we don't read them. We read the live comments.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
So join if you ever want your question read aloud.
Mm-hmm. I think it's nice. I like the transparency of being able to like look in the comments
and just look over. And then plus sometimes niggas be having
just
like,
also because we talk about stuff and sometimes we don't have a perspective. Like, or we do, but it's like not well informed, or like there's
and people add context or some shit. Holly asks, if you choose to date someone with a child, are you going into it knowing it's more serious and should lead? Let me try it all over again, y'all. If you choose to date someone with a child, are you going into it knowing that it's more serious and should lead to you knowing what you're getting into, or just avoid it altogether?
Oh, no, I think if I were to date somebody knowing they have a child, I think I have to go into it completely different, right? Like, I have to go into it going, okay, if this turns into more, am I ready to be a parent? Because, you know, the best thing you can be is like the dad who stepped up. What's the state? There's this thing.
Stepdad.
No, there's like, thanks. Not the dad who stepped out, the dad who stepped up, like something like that. I think you have to go into it with that idea of like, are you ready to be a parent? Because at the end of the day, you could so fall in love with that person and everything, and you're just like not ready to be a parent. You know what I mean? To another person, because if that works out and you end up moving in, you are their parent. You know what I mean? And like one of the best things is like, I see so many stories of when you have a good relationship with the child that you legally adopt them and that's like the best day of their life, or they find the kid is like, I love you, or all these things happen. Like I think
Mhm.
you have to go in way more mature than if you were to just casually date someone that you could just like there's more people at play.
Yeah, like I feel like if it's like a hit or quit, then by all means, that's that bitch child. It ain't mine.
Yeah, but to date them.
But if you're dating and you like getting into it with somebody and y'all like each other, like yeah, you for sure got to consider the fact that there's a whole like little person that you have to take care of now. That you're going to eventually have to help raise and like take care of, and like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know some niggas they be like half stepdads, like they're like, yeah, you know, you my girlfriend's son, you not like my son type shit,
Man,
or
that's so
like, you
weird.
know what I mean? I mean, I don't think it's weird.
I do.
I don't think it's weird.
I couldn't imagine
just
being
think
in the
it's-
house and being like,
I
that's
just-
not.
No, I'm saying like, well, some people do literally say that to kids, which is crazy, but like they go at it with that mindset. Like, it's almost like how Steve's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feed him, you take him out. If you got like surgeries, you
That's
pay for
so
it.
different.
But I'm saying like metaphorically, it's kind of like that. Like how
Okay.
people do kids like that. It's like, if you can't take him to go
Yes,
to the
but
doctor's office,
Steve
I'll
thinks-
take care of him
Steve also thinks that like you're his dad, the way he acts with you,
because
And
I'm his
and
favorite dad.
No, yeah, okay. But a kid might treat you like dad or mom. It depends the age too, right?
Mhm.
So of
That
the
matters
kid,
too, yeah.
like if the kid only really knows you, it's like Chloe and Bruce. And Chloe, when Bruce transitioned to Caitlyn, Caitlyn was like, Chloe was like, "You're my dad," and Caitlyn was like, "Those are Chris's kids," and she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So like, I don't like that.
No, it's like it's steep. It's steep as hell.
I think if that's
But
how
I
you
get
are,
that's how like some people are.
if that's how you feel, if you go into a relationship with someone with a kid and you don't take that kid in as your own, if that kid, because you also have the boundaries with the kid. If the kid is like, bitch, you're not my fucking father. All right, whatever. You have to go at the mercy of the kid. I do believe that. But if that kid is treating you like dad or mom, and you're like, that's their kid, you're a piece of shit.
I'm gonna
And
punch you in your teeth.
no, and I think that mother or father, whoever the actual biological kid is, it is your
Needs to
responsibility to
leave
get the
him.
fuck on.
Yeah.
Don't put that kid through
Because
that.
he don't give a fuck about your child.
Because at the end of the day, that kid, and I think this in marriages where we're both the parents biologically of that kid, the kid comes first. I think, when they turn 18, get your ass out of the fucking house, bitch. You can fend for yourself. Or you can love them forever. Do your thing. But I got
kicking out at 18 is crazy.
my parents literally dropped me off
Which is crazy.
at 18. They drove me 5 hours away and they went, "You're staying here," and dropped me off.
Which is crazy.
For like 10 years. I know, fucked up.
So
I love them
crazy.
for it. Very grateful, but damn, that was a lot. But I think if you are both the biological parent, your kid comes before your marriage. I do think you need to make time for the marriage, obviously, but you brought that kid into this fucking world. And then same with if you go into it as the step parent or just like the other significant other, it's not your biological kid. If you go into that going, that's not my kid, and have no intentions of that, I think you're a piece of shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not ready to be a dad, so don't go into a relationship where you could possibly have to be the dad.
Just
It
to
is
not
not
wanna
fair
be
to
a
that
dad,
kid.
yeah.
That is not fair to that kid. I don't like that.
So Steve. Holly said she was 17 when she was out. Hey, I'm gonna just talk about this and then we're gonna leave because we're gonna be here for all fucking day.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of kicking people out when they're 18. I feel like if I had kids, it's not get out at 18. It's get out once you stable.
I think get out when you're ready. But I don't think that I thought I would.
I'm saying get out when you stable. Fuck.
Yeah, but in
when you
this
ready.
climate, who's stable?
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think I was ready. But my parents knew I was ready.
Right, but also respectfully think about what you went through after that, right? Like,
Yes.
had you stayed long enough, this is just how my mindset
Yeah.
is. In my mindset, I'm like, you stay here after 18, obviously, but you stay, and while you're here, you save up enough so you can get you a house in like however many years. You save up to afford this. You save, or if you're paying for college, like you pay for college and stay here, or like you benefit your life while you're still here. But like,
There was nothing there for me.
Huh?
They knew there was nothing there, and that's what they kept reinforcing and
Mm-hmm.
telling me. I didn't believe them, but
Okay.
they kept telling me there is nothing in Windsor for you.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing here for you. Like, what are you going to do? And then I look at my friends who didn't leave and are still doing the same thing, teaching dance at this other dance studio, not the one I went to. And like, that's their life. And they could have went and experienced and did so much. And I'm grateful because there was nothing there for me. Homophobia was also really big and people were getting their asses whooped on the street in Windsor. Okay. Big time. At that time. Because like we weren't, in 2009, we weren't talking about gay. That wasn't a thing. Right. So I agree that I think just like kicking your kids out is like crazy, like get out. But I'm so grateful for it.
Because it worked out for you.
Yes, because I'm not gonna, but it's my personality. So I'm not gonna let it not work out. Are you fucked? Like, bitch. My mom always said this to me. I know you will never let it like not work out. You don't have an option. But I don't know. But I also was very, like, I got very lucky. They were great parents. They did
And you got lucky.
just drop me off and go, we're leaving, bye.
Yeah.
And I went through a lot.
Yeah, I just think that 18 is super duper young to just throw people out into the world, especially in the world how it is now. Like,
I think it's, I've always said it, why I didn't go to post-secondary. I think it's really wild that at 17, because in grade 11, you need to know what you want to do with your life. Bitch, I can't even buy a lottery ticket. What do you fucking mean?
I'm 30 and I don't know what the fuck going on. So what the
That's
hell
what
was I
I've
gonna
learned.
do at...
And what I've learned as an adult from other adults is, no,
And
that's a
talking to
lie.
older people.
That's
like,
a lie that that you tell younger people you need to know what you're going to do. No one knows what they're doing.
No.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
We all just on this big ass rock just trying to figure it out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people who like know what they're doing and have it together don't know what they're doing
No.
and don't have it together. Beyonce don't know what the fuck is going on.
But I was talking to Maria
She just
about
got
it today.
lucky.
I think it's actually like, again, I think I think a thing more people should talk about because it is like my life. This is mine. Am I married to you? Yes. Do I have Steve? Do I have family? Do I have all these things? Yes. But at the end of the day, this is my life. So I need to go, whether it's moving to another country, whether it's leaving the only job I've ever known, whether it's leaving my family and everybody to live a life that I think is going to be a better life for me. That is my choice and I should be able to do that. But I think this whole, like, you need to know what you're doing at 18 thing makes people think they have to like settle down, make these choices, do these things super young. And I hate that. And I think even at 34, well, 33, going to be 34 sooner, too soon. I'm still in my head when I talk to my dad and I'm like, yeah, at some point, I don't know, whenever, if Steve passes or whatever happens, I could move somewhere else. I don't think that I don't plan on it, but like, if my career takes off and I have to go somewhere, I'm going to go where the money is because I think I'm going to have a better life there. If we find out that there's a state that is better for us, why would you stay somewhere to live a mediocre life when you have more opportunities in other places?
Elsewhere.
Like, I don't know. Me and Marie were talking about Sweden randomly. Like, she's like, oh, you don't think I looked up like the programs there for like teaching kids and they put you up and you have this whole thing and everything's beautiful and there's no these things, like there's better things outside of where we live and we're just supposed to settle down and buy a house when you're 20 and get married and do all these things. And I think more people need to talk about that with older people who have lived a life and went, no, I'm now 40 and I have this whole new breath of life, which I think is the beautiful thing about Housewives is I've learned more from Housewives than I've learned from anything.
You sure have.
Watching these women in their 40s and 50s start new careers and these crazy big grand things and have like, they feel like their second life. They're no longer housewives. They're businesswomen. They're doing big things. I think that's an amazing thing more people should do. You're not dead at 30, 40, 50, or 60.
It feel like it. But yeah, no.
Yeah, that's my story.
Well, this has been another long episode. Try it again. I was stuttering a little bit. This has been another long episode. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching this episode of the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Edmon. This is Nicholas. If you want to watch this live, my nigga, for real, like you couldn't just let me
tasted
get
like
through
burrito. I think I'm gonna make another one after this.
Would you go to Sweden if I didn't want to go?
No, I have a very okay. Here's the thing. I'm different than you though.
What do you mean?
I think I would move anywhere you really wanted to move because I can do my job anywhere in the world.
But it's better opportunity. What if it was better opportunity in Sweden?
I think I don't want to say it's a sacrifice because I don't think it's a sacrifice, but I don't know a better word for it. I think the compromise you make when you marry someone is that you're both willing to do what is best for each other.
Yeah.
And
I would make you go so you can get rich and then ship me out there.
but like if I had better opportunities there, do you know what I mean? I think
Mhm.
I'll switch it. If you had better opportunities there,
Mhm.
right? To have a better life and to do whatever.
Yeah.
I would start looking at, oh, well, what can I do there?
No, you're saying.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I would hope that she would be like, oh, Nick has the opportunity to move somewhere and have a bigger career.
I would do that unless it's Trinidad
You don't want to go anywhere hot.
because it's hot.
That's
Anywhere
why.
hot, anywhere hot, we get in a divorce for sure. That's just know that if you ever want to just like ease your way out of this, just be like, I want to move to like Nevada. And I'd be like, okay, go ahead by yourself. You're
Well,
good.
no, I can't move anywhere where there's natural disasters. Like I'm willing to make less money to not live where I'm in fear of like my house
Which is why
burning down.
Which is why we gotta stay
I know
here.
Michigan is really great.
Like,
There's
other
gotta
places
be
look
other states
good.
though. There's gotta be other states where
I
they
think
don't
the
have natural
Midwest
disasters.
is just like Wisconsin here. Whatever.
No, I feel like they have tornadoes.
We got to get off of this. We're going to be here again.
Yeah,
Thank you for
sorry.
watching this episode. The new episodes every Monday. Come watch us live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Edmon, Nicholas, Edmon, Big Daddy E, Fag.
Subscribe to my
and
OnlyFans.
Subscribe to his OnlyFans so that we can possibly move to Sweden. Huh?
Ooh.
And yeah, bye.